Y'all, oh my goodness. I'm not even going to tell you how long it took me to get this lined up without an extra set of hands. Clamps are your best friend when you don't have anyone to help hold. So I used this corner clamp. Got these from Harbor Freight. I can't remember how much I paid for them, but corner clamps, you're going to need them. And then I took my framing square, check for square here. Just knocked it out. And then I checked it here. What I do is I slide it down to make sure that I do have a good 90-degree angle. Then I'm going to use a countersink. Then I'm going to use my countersink bit and drill some holes here and screw this together. Came out a little bit. That's okay. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and put at least one screw in. Put at least one screw in to hold it together for me. And before I do that, because I did push it a little bit, oops, check for square again, put the screw in. I've only got, it's a little bit off, but I've only got one screw in, so I still have a chance to tighten this up. Make sure I can get it as square as I can, okay guys? Like I said, it's not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. Guys, for this section, for this part, I'm using 2-inch screws. Okay. Now let's check the square. You hear that? It's off just by a tiny bit, y'all. I'm not even going to be worried about that little tiny bit. The top is a little bit off too. Nope, top is square. Okay, you know what? I'm going to call it good. Alright, now for the other side. Hopefully the other side doesn't give me trouble like this side did. Oh boy. Jeez. I see a mistake. Although I do like the way this looks better. Hold on, y'all. I messed up. Alright, trying to zoom in here. There's a gap right there. This board here is a little bit higher than that board, so it's not even. So I'm going to have to loosen up the screws, let that board drop down, and meet the back. Oh boy. Here we go. Okay, I got it to drop down a little bit. There's still a little bit of a gap. You know what, guys? I'm okay. It's not going to be perfect. All right, moving back to this side. Oh my goodness. Y'all, the places where I mess up, wood filler. Lots and lots of wood filler. Alright, let's check Square. Square there. Or square here. Okay. I'm going to use a straight edge to get the second hole lined up as best as I can. There we go. Now that I've got the top on, now I can measure the two center dividers, the two middle dividers. That'll give me my 3 sections for the bins. I need to measure how wide I need that to be. And I'm going to need it to be at least 10.5 inches wide to accommodate the 3 bins. So I need to do a little bit of maths. Alright, I'm going to use one of the scraps to measure. Hold on, I'll show you. Alright, using the scrap piece to measure. And I need to measure 10, I think it was 10.5 inches. Yes, 10.5 inches here. So the first leg will go right here, and I am going to check for square, and then I'm going to make a mark, like kind of in the middle of it. Check for square again. That way I know exactly where my board's going to be. And then from there, all this stuff out of the way. I'm going to measure another 10.5 inches. That's going to be here. And then I should have 10.5 inches. Oh, phooey dooey. How did I get that off? If I measured correctly. Alright, so now I need to measure from the top here to the bottom of the leg. And that will tell me how long I need to make this first divider. I'm going to measure each one separately just in case it's off, which I'm expecting it to be off. Alright, so my leg needs to be, first divider needs to be 32.5. Okay, let me show you guys what I mean why you don't have to know exact measurements. You don't have to know the numbers. You don't. I'm going to show you how I do this. I don't know the exact numbers. So I'm expecting it to be 32.5, but it's off by a little bit. See, it's one extra tick mark away. So I'm going to say 32.5 and 1 tick mark. That's what I call that. Okay. Knowing the exact measurements is not an absolute necessity. You can just say tick marks. That's what I do. Maybe that's why none of my stuff lines up. Okay. Let me cut this. 32.5 and 1 tick mark. Alright, I got the first divider in there. It's just sitting in there. I just did a dry fit. I'm going to do the same measurement for this side here too, and then cut that, and then we're going to cut out the shelves that are going to go horizontal at the top. We got 3 shelves to make, And for those, I am going to use pocket holes. So that's why I don't have that in just yet. All right, let me go ahead and cut this, and then I'll come back to you. All right, y'all, I just noticed a really bad mistake. I am going to have to redo this outer board because it is not the right measurement. Because it's off at the top, because I had to readjust it, I didn't, oh goodness. All right, at least it's only 2 holes. What I'm going to do is take some wood filler, fill in those 2 holes, let that stuff dry, re-drill it, put this in its proper location. Let me show you. Let me show you why. It does matter. It does matter. So when I redid this, when I dropped it down to make the top of the shelf level with the back of this, I didn't get it at exactly 1 inch. You see that? Maybe not. Let me get you guys close. It is off by 2/16 of an inch. See how that's not 1 inch? Now that other side, it does measure 1 inch. From there, it does measure 1 inch. Over here, it doesn't. So this thing is going to be way, way, way off. It's going to be super lopsided. It's going to be, the top's going to be tilted like that. So I am going to have to redo this side. And it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes, guys. I'm not a furniture maker. I am doing this off of a picture. Keep that in mind. I'm doing this off a picture. Even though I am doing this off a picture, it is very important to get your measurements as close to accurate as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, but 2/16 of an inch makes a big difference when I'm cutting these dividers. Now this other one's going to be too short. I may have to go get another piece of wood, but it's okay. It's going to be okay. I promise it's going to be okay. I can either move that other side up 2/16 of an inch to match this side. That way I won't have to leave and go get some more wood, which that might be the better option to do. Let me think about this. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just take that other side and move it up a little bit. Yeah, that's the best option. Otherwise, I'm going to have to pack everything up, go to Lowe's, come back, and then I'm going to be probably tired and want to take a nap in a shower, or shower and a nap. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll move the other side up a little bit just to match this side, and then we'll keep on moving. All right, let me do that, and then I'll come back. All right, I hammered out that screw, took a huge chunk of wood out with it. Let me show you. Y'all, look at that, huge chunk came out. So I put some wood filler on it. Now I have to wait for that to dry before I can move on. I could probably move on and do some other sections of it, but I want to try and keep everything in alignment. So I'd only be able to cut out really 1 shelf. So I don't want to do that. I want to do it all in one thing. So I'm going to let that dry. Let this dry for a few hours. It's got to dry between 2 to 4 hours. So I'll either come back tomorrow or later on this evening. Right now, I got to cut my grass. Oh my goodness. It's a mess out here. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back later on this afternoon. Alright, back out here at it again. Fix this side. Fix that side there. Although I did make another mistake and drilled it too shallow, so it was missing the whole top piece. So I had to drill another hole. So you got 2 holes there. It's okay. I got wood filler. Plenty of it. Got a whole new container of it. So I'll be using some wood filler on there. And this here too. Got this Got this in here. That's dry fitted in here. That's the first divider. I'm going to go ahead and marked. I'm going to put the pocket holes on this one. I'm going to put 3, one top, one in the middle, one on the back side. So I have three holes here. So I got a space marked here, and one there. So I'm going to put 3 pocket holes here, and then go ahead and screw that in. And then I've got my bins. Got my bin over there. So I'm using that to space these out, make sure they're spaced out appropriately. All right, let me go ahead and drill these pocket holes, and then we're going to screw this in. I'm using these 1.5 inch soft plywood pocket jig screws. 1.5 inch. Alright. I'm going to use the basket here to line this up. Fit again. Looks good. Bam. Alright. Now I'm going to measure and cut for the next divider. Almost a whole inch. 1/2 inch. What I should have done is left a little bit of room for error, and I didn't do that. I tried to do right at exact measurements, but I think that I should have left maybe a whole inch. For the top. Instead of cutting the top 33.5, I should have cut it 34.5 inches. You know what? I have one more piece of wood. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I do want 3 bins to be able to fit in this bottom section. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to recut the top piece. I have one more piece of wood. One more. I believe the mosquitoes are eating me up. Got that done. Recut the top piece. These bins are going to fit in there nicely. So now I'm going to do my pocket holes for this board here. There's 3, just like that one. And then I'm going to screw that in, and then we can work on the shelves. Alright, I got the base up there. That's just dry fitted. I haven't screwed it in yet. I'm going to start on this end, get everything into square as best as I can, and then just continue on leg after leg. And I'm going to put 2 screws, one here and one here, just to get everything all in there nice and square. Get the dividers in there nice and good. They look pretty straight from here. They're looking quite nice. So, but there are problems. There are problems. All right, let me show you guys. There's gaps. The biggest gap right there. So that's why I'm going to start on this end. Get this end as square as I can, and then work my way down. And I'm going to force this board into square. Hopefully everything will turn out okay. We'll see. I gotta do it. I got to. I don't want to recut stuff. I really don't. So sometimes you just gotta work with what you got. So like I said, I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start at the bottom, and I am gonna be drilling 4 pilot holes. It's gonna be very important, your pilot holes for this. Okay. Get this started a little bit. And then, I can't, y'all, have arthritis in my thumbs really bad, so I can't push on it with my thumb because it hurts. So here we go. And push on it this way. Can I? Yeah. Hold on, y'all. I gotta think of a way to get this to where it's lining up for me. Clamps. Let me see if I can do it with my clamps. Struggling, y'all. Struggling. Let's see. Whew. Almost got it. It's close. It's close enough. Ooh, it's close enough. It's good. It's good. Okay. All right. So, as you can see, I want to struggle a little bit as I go down this line here. I'm going to go ahead and drill pilot holes for the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, until they all line up. Alright, y'all, I'm losing daylight. I'm going to go ahead and call it quits for the evening and come back tomorrow and finish this up. Well, not finish this up, continue on it. I'll say continue on it to do the shelves. Alright, I'll see y'all tomorrow.